Hello and welcome, friends. I have for you today an episode out of George Bernard Shaw's life. George Bernard Shaw, GBS, as we all know, was an Irish playwright, critic, polemicist, a person who engages in controversial debate and a political activist. He was a carefree and bindaas person by nature. His influence on the Western theatre, culture and politics from the 1880s to his death and even beyond was tremendous. He wrote more than 60 plays, including major works such as Man and Superman, Pygmalion and St. John. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1925. GBS was a great thinker of his times. One day a dinner was arranged at a British club in his honor. The rules of the club mandated that the men wear a suit and tie. It was probably the definition of the elite class in those days. Now Bernard Shaw, being who he was, walked into the club in his usual casual attire. The doorman looked at him and said very politely, "Sorry sir, I cannot allow you to enter the premises in this outfit of yours." "But why?" he asked. "Because sir, you're not following the dress code of the club." "Well, today's dinner is in my honor, so it is my words that matter and not what I wear," replied GBS, which was a reasonable explanation. "Sir, whatever it may be, I can't allow you in these casual clothes." Shaw tried to convince the doorman, but he wouldn't budge from his stance. Fed up, GBS walked all the way back to his house, changed into appropriate clothes, and entered the club again. A short while later, the club room was full with people sitting in anticipation of his speech. He stood up to address the audience, but first removed his coat and tie and placed it on a chair and then announced, "I'm not going to talk today." The crowd was surprised and there were murmurs in the audience. Those who knew him personally asked him about the reason for his out-of-character behavior. Shaw narrated the incident that happened a while ago and said, "When I wore a coat and tie, I was allowed to come inside. My mind is in no way affected by the clothes I wear." This means that to all of you who patronize the club, clothes are more important than brains. So let the coat and tie take my place instead. Saying this, he walked out of the room. That was George Bernard Shaw. But what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is what lies inside is more important than what lies outside. Grey matter or the brains are more important than one's dress. Goodbye and see you soon.